Welcome to New York City. We are literally on the streets where both of us used to live. Madison Square Garden is behind us. That, of course, is the site of Saturday night's UFC 268. I'm joined by Marc Raimondi. Marc, the press conference just went down.
Sure did.
I know you have a lot of thoughts because there were a lot of things. If you could summarize what you saw for me.
A little chaotic. I mean, first thing I'll say is that it feels like New York is very happy to have fights back, right?
Yeah.
It feels like New York is ready to have the UFC back. The crowd was boisterous, raucous. I knew it was going to be crazy when Michael Bisping, he's here for BT Sport, he walked into the theater and he got like a hero's welcome. Yeah. And he wasn't even not even fighting on the card. And people went crazy for Bisping and they went crazy for Usman and Colby. And there was a lot of chanting, a lot of noise being made. It was quite the press conference.
Yeah, there were a lot of fans in attendance. There certainly will be come Saturday. But in terms of the face-offs that we saw, they were all very intense, Marc.
For sure.
Were you expecting Gaethje and Chandler especially to have that intense of a face-off?
I think that matchup itself has been interesting to me because those guys don't really talk a lot of trash traditionally, generally speaking. But for some reason, they don't like each other. It seems like they're under each other's skin, and I don't really know why because both guys for the most part say the right things. I think it's just more of, it's different than Usman and Colby who really don't like each other because it's a personal thing.
Sure.
This is more of a competitive thing. They're competitors. They don't like each other because of that. They both want the same thing, and that's that UFC lightweight title, which they're both gunning for.
Absolutely. And then in our main event face-off, we saw a little shove from Kamaru.
Yes.
I mean, obviously there were a lot of things being said. Emotions are running high on that stage. But were you expecting a guy who usually seems so poised and calm to actually do that? I mean, a lot of people would say maybe rightfully so with all the things that were being hurled his direction.
It's really interesting that he did that because he seemed like he was trying to downplay everything that was going on during the press conference. He was kind of laughing off a lot of stuff that Colby was saying. He was visibly laughing. He was smiling. He was kind of poking fun at Colby, but he was actually the aggressor in the face-off. Now, what that means, does it mean anything? I don't know, but it was surprising. Is he maybe putting on a facade? Is he really not all fun and games? Is he as intense as Colby is being? And kind of just trying to play it off like he's not, and that's why that came out during the face-off. I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I think you bring up all valid points that I think everybody was kind of on the same page about. But in terms of this card, there are some tremendous matchups. When you look at it from the very first fight of the night all the way through our main event at UFC 268, what fight are you looking forward to the most?
That's a really hard one because I want to say Gaethje Chandler just because it has the most potential for just absolute chaos. And I mean, the only thing that I can predict in that fight is that it's going to be insane. It could be a first-round knockout. I can't imagine it goes. I think Michael Chandler is actually in a car right there taking video of us talking about Michael Chandler.
About you.
This is like, I mean, Michael Chandler is predicting a first-round knockout.
He's yelling out of his car window to us
and
right now.
And now fans are catching on to us. I'm not sure what's going on, but I think it is crazy. Only in New York, Megan, as we know as former New Yorkers.
Exactly.
Only in New York. But I'm very excited for Chandler Gaethje. But Usman Covington, I mean, come on. It's the rematch. To me, that was one of the best title fights in UFC history, UFC 245. How could I not be excited about that? Who's in the next card? Who do we got next coming out here on was it 31st Street?
I know, somebody's waiting to get in.
It's wild out
here
in New York, you guys.
Yeah, the streets are telling us that it's time to go, but you guys don't forget to tune in to UFC 268. You can only watch it on ESPN Plus, so espnplus.com/PPV. We'll be there, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.